Now, we were just talking about what a difficult and worrying time this is in global affairs, which is why it's particularly worrying that we have such feeble leadership in the United States at the moment. Let me show you an event that occurred in the White House last night. It was an anniversary event for a healthcare bill that was passed during the Obama years. So it involved former President Obama, the current Vice President Kamala Harris, and the current President Joe Biden in the White House. Have a listen to the former president here.
Vice President Biden, Vice President. That was a joke.
Yeah, he says it was a joke, but maybe Joe Biden is just rather forgettable in his current role. Have a look at this footage of the president wandering around the room, working the room, as you would say, in the White House. It's quite extraordinary. The real worry here is just watching him at this function. Kamala Harris and Barack Obama are busy talking to everyone and shaking hands, and Joe Biden is just left hanging. He appears lost and uncertain, and not only that, he appears to be ignored. A US president you can ignore. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Have a look at some more. I used to joke about this being the Chauncey Gardner presidency. It's now looking more and more like Peter Sellers in being there, isn't it? Just extraordinary stuff and a deep worry, as I say, given the world is facing such monumental challenges. Let's bring in the Wednesday Wrangle now with Justin Smith and Liz Storer. Thanks both for joining me. Your thoughts first, Liz, about Joe Biden just wandering around aimlessly, ignored at his own party.
I find it hard to believe, as a former political staffer myself, that they don't at least have staff following this guy around, making him look busy and giving him someone to talk to, even if it's just them, because as you've duly noted, Chris, this looks absolutely terrible. But for the people on the other side, it's not all bad, because this just goes to show the state of affairs. I mean, really, the guy looks lost, as you've said.
Yeah, I've got to stress, Justin, it's not a matter of picking on Joe Biden. I feel sorry for the bloke. He really shouldn't be in the job now. All of us, should we live to be as old as him, could expect to be a little vague. It's just such a worry that he happens to be the most powerful man in the world at the moment.
Yeah, the thing that annoys me about Joe is not just that kind of thing and looking vague and being old, although he does look like your grandfather at a rave club in those scenes, doesn't he? But for me, with Joe, is that there's just no passion there. There's no real strength to him, and this is the thing that is incredibly disappointing. He's worked his way into this job, and then it seems like he's just sort of keeping it warm, either for the next guy or the next girl, as the case very well may be. It's really disappointing. I'd like to just see a little bit of something from him.
Well, the big question is whether he fills the term, whether he actually serves a full term. That has to be a live question in the US, and my prediction will be once they get the midterms out of the way, which will probably go very badly for the Democrats, they'll start to have that discussion a bit more fervently publicly.
And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments.